Curaçao against Ivory Coast at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, the final game of Group E. Ivory Coast need only a draw to go through. And our model, anchored to the market, makes them heavy favorites at 75%. Curaçao, the smallest nation ever at a World Cup, lost heavily to Germany and Scotland, but battled to a goalless draw with Ecuador for a first-ever World Cup point. Ivory Coast beat Ecuador 1-0 to open, then lost 1-2 to Germany. Advocat lines Curaçao up in a deep 4-2-3-1 around Tahith Chong. Fayet's Ivory Coast build through Ama Diallo and Franck Kessié. Here's what our model can't price. A draw is enough for Ivory Coast to reach the last 16, so they may rest legs. And Curaçao, the smallest nation ever here, are all but out but chasing a fairy tale first win. Defender Evan Ndika is a fitness doubt for Ivory Coast. Across the World Cup field, Ivory Coast carry a top 10 defense. Curaçao, the smallest World Cup nation ever, prop up the field, so the model expects Ivory Coast to control it. Anchored to the market, the blend gives Ivory Coast 75%, the draw 17%, and Curaçao 8%. Model and market agree Ivory Coast should have too much. On expected goals, it's Ivory Coast close to 2.5, Curaçao under 1. The likeliest scores are 0-2 and 0-3 to Ivory Coast, so the model leans to a comfortable win. The verdict? Ivory Coast heavy favorites at 75% to seal the last 16, with Curaçao chasing a historic first World Cup win. Analytics, not advice. Follow for more World Cup pre-game analysis.